What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 37, and today we are returning with 3 more big games with Aston Villa, all in the Premier League, and come the end of today's episode, we'll know if we have any chance remaining possible of a top 4 place. Did that far too early there. But yeah, our games today, we've got Crystal Palace away from home to Selhurst Park, 3 days after our win in France against Nice, send us through to the Europa League semi-finals. Then 2 days later, play host to Watford. So many games coming in quick succession, and our third and final game today is away at Anfield as we take on Liverpool, right now leading the league, going for their first ever Premier League title. But look at the month of May we've got, man. Oh, May is going to kill us. Liverpool away, Villarreal at home, Manchester United at home, Villarreal away, and in our final 2 league games, Leicester away and Arsenal away. I mean, yeah, today we'll have a good indication where we can make the top 4 or not with 3 games to go. But at the moment, as you can see, it's still possible. 6 games to go. We'll play half of those today. 8 points behind Manchester City in 4th and 9 points behind Chelsea in 3rd. It's still possible. We need to win all 3 of our games today, including away against the league leaders Liverpool. It's going to be tough, but come on Aston Villa, we can still do this. Also, you might be able to tell I'm in quite a good mood this morning. I went into the local off license, if you will, just around the corner, and there is this store assistant that I've had like the biggest crush on over the past few weeks. And I just bought a couple of things this morning, and we flirt a little bit each time I'm in there. And this morning they called me cute, and I was like, yes, that is exactly what I need to start my Monday morning off, come on. And so as we jump into the first game of today's episode, it is indeed Crystal Palace away at Selhurst Park, and after 3 wins in our last 4 in all competitions, I really don't want to jinx this, but it does seem like we are starting to hit some form finally after a really rough patch. Our team goes to the games to 3-5-2 as always, but quite a few changes after our win on Thursday night, including up top when Ben Brereton, the top scorer for us, will start alongside Christian Benteke, who returns to Selhurst Park for the first time since signing for us on deadline day. Will he score? Let's hope so, but most importantly, let's get these 3 points.
Number 6.
Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. They just can't get it together at the moment. It's a poor home record.
Yeah, just 2 wins in 16 games. Poor.
Number 26. Bakary Sako.
Oh, well, that is the worst possible start. That is the worst possible start. I just tried to take aim with Benteke cutting in from the left, and he's just gone down, and he's stayed down as well. Now, we're now missing Bustos for injury, who's probably going to miss the rest of the season. And now Benteke as well has got back to his feet. Thank goodness for that. But if we're to miss Bustos and Benteke in our final run-in, we've got no chance whatsoever of making the top 4. Thankfully, it does look as though Benteke has ran the injury off. Yes, he has indeed. Thank goodness for that. First involvement in the game on his return, and he picks up a knock, but thankfully he's okay as Grealish gets in behind Scott Dan. We need some help here though, so I'll play it back towards Tyler Adams. The young American finds Fabian Delph into Grealish. And Grealish with the turn finds some room to shoot and fires it just over the bar. Fast start from the Villa, but our last game in the league, a 0-0 draw at home to West Ham. This has to be a win, and I want some goals on the board as well. I mean, obviously, if we do win, there will be goals on the board, but you know what I'm trying to say here. I want a few goals as Danny Welbeck fires just wide of the former Arsenal, and Manchester United man goes close to giving Palace the lead. Still 0-0, fast start to the game, but deadlock yet to be broken. Who is going to draw first blood? Adams through the gap to Jack Grealish, looking for Benteke, finds him. Got a lot of work to do, Christian, but he's round 1. He's round 2, and he slots it into the back of the net. Christian Benteke. Oh, I meant to do the show respect celebration, but instead points to the heavens as if to say, thank goodness I'm away from Selhurst Park and back here at Aston Villa. Crystal Palace 0, Aston Villa 1. I meant to show respect there, but didn't double tap circle, just tapped it instead. But Benteke cuts past one, cuts past another, and a really good finish past Wayne Hennessy and into the back of the net. It's a dream return to Selhurst Park for Benteke. Crystal Palace 0, Aston Villa 1. Sako for Crystal Palace. Rolls it inside to Connor Wickham. Wickham trying to get in behind Carter Vickers, who used his body very well there. Oh, Reina. And did well to clear it. And as we're still leading by a goal, Palace have looked good in this first half, and this game is far from done with second half to come, and Palace could have responded there, but Pepe beats away the shot and turns behind for a corner. It's been a very good first half. They're still leading by 1, but it's only a matter of time before Palace find the equaliser. They've looked good this afternoon, but Pepe's bailing us out. Adams, that's yours, mate. That's yours. There we go. Tyler Adams, solid game this afternoon from the American. He's been very good out there as Jack Grealish on the ball, gets around his man and tries to spot Hepburn Murphy down the right-hand side, and he crosses to the middle and finds Jack Grealish on the volley. Oh, yes, Benteke turns in the rebound, and I've done it again. Is that not how it works now? It used to be L1 and double tap circle for the show respect celebration, but Crystal Palace 0, Aston Villa 2, same celebration and same goal scorer, and I think we deserved a bit of luck after that. Jack Grealish's shot, cannons off one post, comes across the goal line, cannons off the other, and Christian Benteke, first to react, dives in and puts it past Wayne Hennessy and into the open goal. Roy Hodgson thinking, I shouldn't have let him go for £15 million, such a cheap deal, and he's come back to haunt us by bagging a brace. Palace 0, Aston Villa 2, and it's the Christian Benteke show this afternoon. So for Aston Villa, can we get a third goal right before the end? Yes, we can. Ashley Young wraps up what has been a fantastic performance. Ball to the middle, Young in on the end of it, and Aston Villa have won their 4th in 5 in all competitions. A really poor run of form. Well, we didn't win back-to-back since January, but now we're starting to get it sorted right when it matters most. Ball to Hepburn Murphy off the bench, cross to the middle, Young leaves his marker, and Wayne Hennessy beaten by the diving header of the veteran. Crystal Palace 0, Aston Villa 3. Bringing back these former players is what served us so well this season in our debut year in the Premier League. Come on. Should say our debut year in this series and under my management as well. But there's the final whistle right there. Full-time score here at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace 0, Aston Villa 3. We get the job done in South London. Our last Premier League game, a disappointing goalless draw against West Ham. This time an emphatic victory. A clean sheet as well. Delighted with that. Picking up a few more of those of late. And for that man, Christian Benteke, £15 million on transfer deadline day. What a signing. Palace played alright in the first half, as you might have seen. Reina made a couple of saves, but in the second half, they just ran out of energy completely and had no sense of direction. But for us, we kept our foot on the gas pedal for the entire game, and that's why we win by 3-0. I'll shout the entire team out for what I thought was a really good, impressive display. I thought the boys at the back, James Chester, by the way, he's reinstructed the first team, has been fantastic. Boys at the back were really good. Tyler Rams was great. Young scored a goal. Man of the match will go to Christian Benteke for scoring those 2 goals, as the race for a top 4 place is still on. Only a few games left, but we could still do this. And as we're now going to move straight into the second game of 3 today, we are back home for our only game at Villa Park today, as we play host to mid-table Watford, going in search of our 5th win in our last 6 games. Come on, Aston Villa is what I'm talking about. But the game comes just 2 days after our win at Selhurst Park, so loads of changes to the team, as there's so many tired legs out there. But same 3-5-2, and a few players that start this game as well, including Christian Benteke up top alongside Kodjia. But Brereton, night off for him, our top scorer this season, but needs a rest as he's far too shattered. Second game, Watford at home. Hopefully we won't need him. Let's get the win. Right now we are, I think it's 8 points behind Manchester United with 5 games to go, as they're in 4th. They do play host to the league leaders Liverpool tonight, and hopefully Jurgen Klopp can do us some favours. There's still a chance, and if we win our games, you know, that's all we can do. But we need some luck as well. Oh, Benteke finds Kodjia. Oh, and it's the perfect start. Jonathan Kodjia fires us in front and makes it Aston Villa 1, Watford 0. I'm telling you all, I've still got it. Christian Benteke with a lovely little flick though into Kodjia. What a connection, and right from kickoff we score the opening goal. Ben who? Aston Villa 1, Watford 0. Perfect start to this game, already leading by 1 as Kodjia rolls it to Benteke, down the right, and he'll whip one to the centre, and Yaya Torres is going to scissor kick it. It's blocked, and Kodjia controls, and the flag stays down as he crosses to Fabian Delph, diving in. Pantilimon makes the save, but Barkley turns in the rebound, and it is a perfect start here at Aston Villa. We got our first, and now we got our second. Ross Barkley with a finish, 2-0. This is what I'm talking about, baby. Aston Villa finally back in form, finally scoring the goals. It's a brilliant save by the Romanian Kostel Pantilimon to deny Fabian Delph, but he can do nothing about Barkley's rebound as he makes it 2-0 to Aston Villa with his second of the year. Perfect start. If we're to have any chance whatsoever of making the top 4, we must win our remaining games, and this is the start we needed. 2 goals up, we're continuing to press where it hurts. Pajac on the ball, finds an opening to let fly. Oh, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Aston Villa 3, Watford 0, and Pajac, who has had a brilliant second half of the season, has just scored his first for the club, and it's a memorable one. 3-0, 24 minutes in, receives the ball, turns his man, finds some space, and the regen of Cerna fires it into the top corner and makes it 3-0. Look, there's still a chance. There is still a chance. It's unlikely. We are in a pretty precarious position to make up these points, just a few games to go. But if we're playing like this, we give ourselves every chance. Well, that was a textbook first half. and no wonder the fans are voicing their appreciation. Our first game back at Villa Park since our disappointing goalless draw against West Ham, where I thought our chance at top 4 had gone. But instead, after this performance so far in the first 45 minutes, there's still an opportunity to qualify for the Champions League. Got to keep this going. Brilliant game tonight as well. He's really picked it up in the second half of the season after a poor first half, as Kodjia finds Barkley, and out wide is Alessandro Schupf, and this could and really should be 4-0. It's Schupf who spots Yaya Toure getting in, and there's the fourth. Yaya Toure makes it 4-0 to Aston Villa. What a performance this has been. This is going to go down as one of our best wins of the series so far, no question. We needed to step up tonight. We needed to keep this good run of form going, and we have been inch perfect, even with tired legs out there. Kodjia, Benteke, just couldn't get away, and Doucouré clears. But as we still lead by 4, Christian, I'm just realising Christian's not scored a goal tonight. We scored 4 goals, and a man in the moment of late, a man in form, is yet to notch one up. As Toure looks for Kodjia, and it should have been 5, and Pantilimon makes the save, but with half an hour to go. I'm loving this. We're pressing where it hurt. We're keeping our foot on the gas pedal, and we're looking for more goals in what has been a brilliant game, and there is a 5th. Ross Barkley heading in the corner. This has just been fantastic. Hagach into Barkley, now maybe a chance here for a 6th goal. Ross on the ball, has Kodjia running through. He'll find him. It's Kodjia. He's inside, and he'll find Ross Barkley. Oh, yes. 6-0. 6-0 to Aston Villa. We've had some brilliant performances this series and this season. The win over Chelsea, the emphatic win over Arsenal on the opening day, ending Spurs' undefeated run. But this one we won't forget about in a hurry. 6-0 to Aston Villa as Barkley fires it home, and Christian Benteke has not scored a single goal. Goals from all areas today. It's been brilliant. Safe to say no one's leaving this game early. 16 minutes to go. Still leading by 6 goals to 0 as Gillespie clears away that cross, and then Teke's onto it and finds Barkley, who's now on for a hat-trick, Ross Barkley. And I'll tell you what, I mean, we've been playing him deeper all season long in the DM area. And there have been a couple of comments saying he's going to be a lot more effective when playing attacking mid. But with Grealish and Dempsey playing well this season, that's the reason why he's been settling for a DM place. But tonight we've shown what Barkley can do when he is playing in a more advanced position. Absolutely brilliant game as he looks to play through Benteke as well, who is onto it. Go on, Christian. And he just drills it home as well. It's an assist for Barkley as well. It's Aston Villa 7, Watford 0. And finally, Christian Benteke gets on the score sheet. This has been an inch-perfect performance from start to finish. Defensively, solid as a rock. Offensively, unstoppable. Final score, Aston Villa 7, Watford 0. And when I said there was still a chance we could qualify for the top 4, maybe there isn't. Barkley got a hat-trick. Just realising that Barkley got a hat-trick. I thought he had 2 goals, but instead he scores 3 of our 7 in a wonderful performance and bagged an assist as well. And no wonder the fans sound their appreciation for the former Everton man. Aston Villa 7, Watford 0. Just replaying the goals in the match highlights section, remembering where the 3 goals came from. I know he scored twice, but I forgot about the header he scored just before the hour mark from the corner in what was an emphatic victory. Look at these stats for dominance. 17 shots, 15 on target, a teensy tiny bit more possession as well, and a 7-0 scoreline. That is one of my best wins on FIFA 18 thus far. That was, by all means, an incredible game. It could not have gone better. But Barkley didn't get the assist for Benteke's goal later on, but we will shout out the entire team for what was just a brilliant display from every single player on the pitch tonight. But no surprises for man of the match. Playing in a further forward role, Ross Barkley with the man of the match and the match ball, and Liverpool beat Manchester United by 2-1 as well. Everything is coming up Millhouse, baby. Come on! And as we take a look at the academy update, I'll show you the league table in just a moment's time. Oh, Max Morgan does look good, didn't he? We're waiting for him to turn 60 overall before we promote him, but there we go. We were waiting for a really great young American talent. Max Morgan looks like the standout by far. Blisker's going to get released. Dominic King, that's Bradley's cousin, is a 5'11" centre-back. Our first look at him here. 61 overall with 72, 92 potential. Could still be quite good. And Victor Cameron looks good as well. A couple of decent young American talents there. Aiden Robinson too. And Galfi are not looking quite as good. But as you do take a look at the league table now, 4 points the gap between us and 4th place Manchester United. there is still a chance, but the worry is that Manchester City, 2 points ahead of us and 1 place above us, do have 2 games in hand and can extend the gap if they win them both to 8 points. So it's still possible. 4 games to go. It's definitely still possible. We're doing our bit, and that's all we can do. Oh, and Jonathan Codger's just come to us in the top left as well and said, thanks, boss. Boss, thanks for listening and giving me an extended run in the team. I'm much happier now. And Jonathan, we're much happier to see you happy as well. We want to see that glistening smile on your face every single day because we don't want to sell you. We don't want to sell you next season. Stay at this club, accept a squad role, and you can still be a really valuable member of this team.
Who is going to prevail here? The home team with its best defensive record in the league, or the top scoring visitors who've got such ammunition in their attack? We're just moments away from the kickoff at Anfield, and it's live.
So here we are then, third and final game today, and our toughest test in our remaining fixtures this season for sure. League leaders Liverpool away, who right now have the best defensive record in the league. This is going to be a super tough test at Anfield. Despite our winning the last game by 7 goals in the midweek, I still need to make a lot of changes to the team due to fitness reasons. There are so many games coming, thick and fast, in our final calendar month of competitive football. But Reina will start in this game back at Anfield wearing the armband. Torres is on the bench and may well come off. Codger and Brereton are up top together, and Barkley will start in our attacking midfield role after the hat-trick against Watford in midweek. So, third and final game, it's Liverpool away. So, have any chance qualifying with the top 4, we need to win. It's going to be tough, but I believe, come on Aston Villa. 21 minutes into the game, still tied at 0-0, nothing to report yet. As Dale Fry tackles Mohamed Salah. And, you know, ordinarily, I would certainly take a point and a clean sheet away against Liverpool, but based on what we need to do to qualify for the Champions League, I don't know if it's going to be enough. You know, it's a good result, but not enough, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I feel like we need to search for a winner, really. Dell finds Toby Lewis, and the 60-yard gives to Barkley. Out wide is Andre Green, who we know can step inside and shoot. Andre Green finds space. Butland saves it. And Lewis tries to flick it on, but Wijnaldum gets it clear to Emre Can. First chance for the Villa, good to see, but Butland equal to it, still 0-0. I signed Jack Butland in my full Liverpool career mode story as well, for those that haven't watched that. What a great signing that would be for the Reds when you think about it. You know, Mignolet and Karius, I would say decent goalkeepers, but, you know, not quite as convincing as they need to be sometimes. But Butler will be a brilliant signing as Codger turns and crosses and shoot for arriving. It's Lewis! Oh! And Matip blocks it behind for a corner. Still 0-0. You can see what it means to the 16-year-old there. We've been a slightly better team in the first half. Brereton's header. Oh! Thought was sailing into the far corner. Nestles just wide the post. Still 0-0. Excellent spell of pressure, but yet to find that breakthrough. Come on! Half an hour to go as Toby Lewis wins the ball back again. What a game the 16-year-old has had this afternoon at Anfield, as we're still currently tied at 0-0. Can we find a winning goal in this game, and a needed one, really? If we are to have any chance of still qualifying for the Champions League, then Brereton on the ball, looks for space to let fly, and oh, Butland equal to it as he turns it behind for a corner. Still 0-0 as Fernando Torres is now coming on here back at Anfield for Ben Brereton. Still goalless, 25 minutes to go. We've played alright in this game though, and I still think someone could win this game. Torres! Oh! Fernando Torres scores with his first touch back in Anfield and gives us the lead. Shows the respect with a celebration. Oh, it's a perfect substitution. Liverpool 0, Aston Villa 1, and could it have been any perfect of a strike from Fernando? Bends it in on the volley, past Jack Butland, says sorry to the fans, but scores a massive goal in Aston Villa's hopes of a Champions League place. El Nino, what a moment. We've been a better team this afternoon. We've been the better team, and it's no less than we deserve. It's Liverpool 0, Aston Villa 1, and the chance of a Champions League place is still alive, as Lewis, who's had a brilliant game, sends Codger down the left-hand side. He turns Matip, he crosses, and Schupf is there! Schupf is there! It's a quick-fire double for Aston Villa. Liverpool 0, Villa 2. What a cross by Codger. Schupf for the far post, diving in, heads it past Butland, and an incredible game at Anfield as Aston Villa keep their Champions League dreams alive. Liverpool 0, Aston Villa 2. Just waiting for the final whistle, and there it is right on cue. Oh my my word, what an episode. You guys can't miss any of the remaining episodes this season because they are so dramatic, and this one of the most dramatic of the entire series. We finally hit our good form after a really poor run of form. 6 wins in our last 7 in all competitions, and for Aston Villa today, 3 wins from 3 clean sheets in 3, and what drama! Benteke bagging a brace back at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace, a 7-0 win over Watford where Barkley got a hat-trick, and then a 2-0 win at the league leaders Anfield where Fernando Torres scored with his first touch off the bench. Full value for the win, no doubt. Better team in the game, deserved the 3 points. Playing without fear right now, Aston Villa. Should have got a goal and the assist, but I'm not going to give man of the match. It's going to go to Toby Lewis, who I thought was brilliant through the middle of the park in this game. But really, once again, for the 3rd straight match, shout out all the boys for a fantastic team performance in what was a brilliant win. And I've lost my breath. I mean, seriously, can you blame me? What an episode today. So that will end today's episode of Career Mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching and hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have enjoyed today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic week. We start off with an absolutely thrilling episode out of just a few games to go. In the next episode, you're going to see our Europa League semi-final tie. Both legs against Villarreal. First home, then away. And then sandwiched in between that, a 4th versus 6th clash in the Premier League as we take on Manchester United at Old Trafford, where there are just 4 points separating the 2 clubs. What an episode, and there's some big ones to come as well. Thanks for watching, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon. Oh my word, I've lost my breath. That was incredible. That has got to be one of the best episodes ever. That was incredible.